Talking about Africans and Africa Day, we are commemorating and celebrating it today. Today is Africa Day, and to commemorate this, gospel music artist on the African continent will be honoured with the prestigious Trumpet Africa Gospel Music Awards.
Now, the Trumpet Africa Gospel Music Awards are also known as the TAGMA. It's a World Gospel Powerhouse initiative. The producers of the Crown Gospel Music Awards. Now, the inaugural TAGMA has 20 categories, which may be reviewed over the years. The TAGMA is more than just an award bestowed on deserving artists. It's also about development of gospel talent, exposing the underdogs of the gospel industry to the world. It's about flying the African flag high. The gospel artists, including singers, producers, writers, promoters and managers, will enter the awards via nominations. Now, entries will be reviewed by a panel of gospel music specialists around the continent. The awards will be held every month of May to commemorate Africa Month. Now, the awards will be hosted also in different African countries. We have the pleasure to talk more about this, of welcoming in studio, joined by the producer Zanele Mbokazi. Zanele, I guess, what an uphill task you've got on your hands here. We've heard a little bit about it. I mean, how big is gospel music? Let's start off in South Africa.
In South Africa, gospel music is one of the most loved genres of music. It is very, very big. That is evident in almost all the events that you see, be it government events, be it just social events, and also in terms of revenue, in terms of the sales of music, gospel music is right up there. So it is very big in South Africa, but also in the continent. It is one of the first of the most loved genres and the most growing genres of gospel because it's very diverse.
Zanele, happy Africa Day to you, first
Happy
of all.
Africa Day.
Just talk to me about the importance of hosting these or having these awards during Africa Month specifically.
Look, this is the first Trumpet Africa Gospel Music Awards, TAGMA, and we're excited that we are gathering artists from around the continent, not just to sing, but also they've come together and they've adopted certain social causes because gospel music is a universal language. So it can only contribute to social cohesion in the continent to fight issues of xenophobia, but also earlier on I saw that you played a clip on people living with albinism. This is one of the campaigns that as gospel music industry we've taken up from last year. So the gospel artists who are very popular in their different countries have taken up this campaign and they are advocating for it. So it is more than just music, it is more than just singing, but it is also affecting the social cause.
Sounds good to me.
It's not all about awards, as we said in our intro there, but the awards is a big part to it. What kind of categories? Who are you rewarding, and where are they from?
Look, we're very excited that this is the first, but we've managed to get literally almost every country in Africa. We've got participation from Benin, from Ivory Coast, from Nigeria, Ghana, Zambia, and the categories include, for example, the best gospel song in Africa, the best gospel producer in Africa, the best female gospel artist, male gospel artist, and also the different genres, best praise song, best worship song, best hip-hop rap song. So gospel music has grown, has evolved. It is very diverse.
Zanele, you've been very involved in gospel music. You've been involved in the Crown Gospel Music Awards as well. But with regards to the Trumpet Africa Gospel Music Awards, how have you tailored it to fit Africa and what the unique identity that the African continent has?
The Crown Awards are a South African brand, and we're celebrating 9 years of the Crowns this year. The TAGMA, the Trumpet, this is the first. And we've traveled over 3 years to the different African countries to listen to listen to them, but also to understand the subgenres in the continent. So we're bringing all that together. So come the 29th of May, you will hear from that stage the different sounds, the fusion of different sounds from Africa. It is brilliant, it is beautiful, but also our theme song this year, because this is a prayer for Africa, is a popular hymn that is called the Holy Spirit must come down and Africa will be saved. Imagine that song sung by different artists from the different countries in the continent, accompanied by 70 voices. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing.
Definitely.
What fascinates me about awards and music awards, and it's not just this awards, any awards, is the judges, because everyone's got their own opinion of what's good and what's not good. I mean, who are the judges judging? I mean, and what are you mentioned off air the difficulties in going up into Africa? You've got telephone lines. You're often going into countries that are not as developed as South Africa.
It's been a bumpy road. It's been challenging over 3 years because going to all these countries and having people calling you back and communicating through technology, it's not been easy, I have to be honest. However, it's been exciting because again, you see more than just the challenges within the music industry. But the judges are coming. We've made sure that we've got judges from the south, from the west, and from the east of Africa. Those are the strongest when it comes to gospel music. So we've made sure that these are people who are gurus in the music industry, but specifically in gospel, because gospel is different. Gospel is about the good news, and it's about Jesus ultimately. So there is that element that makes gospel music different from all the other genres that we have. So there are all those sensitivities that we need to be aware of and take into consideration. So we've had literally excellent people from the continent, but we're very excited and we're grateful to the ambassadors from the different African countries who've been very supportive. And yes, they've been calling us, why is my artist from my country not in the lineup? Why are we not singing? It's been difficult to choose who's ultimately going to be on stage. But believe me, we've managed to get the best of the best for the first award ceremony.
Zanele, speaking about gospel music and the genre, you said earlier that it's changing and developing so much. You mentioned something interesting, that there's a category called Best Hip Hop Gospel Song. That's very interesting to me. Why the importance to highlight that specific type of
because we are moving. The message remains the same, but the methods and the platforms can change. So we've got young people, they listen to hip hop. So if we can in the gospel music, if we're not in the gospel music industry going to evolve and make sure that we capture that audience, we're going to lose out. So in gospel music now, we've got hip hop, we've got rap, we've got literally all genres, we've got traditional music. So we have to move and evolve with the times and make sure that young people, if they can listen to any other hip hop song, can also listen to gospel hip hop.
I love that. I love that, yeah.
It's this coming Sunday, is that right?
It is this coming Sunday, the 29th.
State Theatre, is it booked out? Is it open to the public? How does it work?
It is open to the public at the Pretoria State Theatre. The tickets are at CompuTicket, so people who want to be there, please make sure that you go to CompuTicket.